short little back series for strengthening and releasing the muscles of the back. So start on a cushion in a seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. Even if it's in a chair, that your hips are too tight or your low back's too tight to sit low like this, sitting in a chair is just fine. So starting in a comfortable seated position, we're just going to close the eyes and take our focus internally. Just focus on your breath, where you're breathing, how the breath is flowing, where it's flowing, what it sounds like, what it feels like. Just taking a diagnostic, checking in with how you're doing right now in this moment. Not judging, not trying to fix or change, just observing. And as you observe, feel the spine lengthening, crown of the head towards the ceiling, collarbones widening, tailbone lengthening to the floor. And then allow the breath to flow even more within that space. And then slowly setting a little intention for yourself, whether it's how you want to feel today, what you want others to receive from you, what gift energetically you'd like to give them, or what energy you'd like to receive back, or all of the above. Throw that in your brain, or whatever you'd like to dedicate this energy and time and space to right now. Close your eyes and picture that. And now once you come up with whatever it is you want to receive or project, own it. I am that. And slowly open your eyes. Let's take a little neck roll to release the neck, reverse at the back. And again, just to check in, how is your neck feeling today? Is it really tight in certain areas? Is it got more mobility in certain areas and less in the others? Just kind of see where it's at. And then head back to center, shoulder rolls back. Again, just checking in with yourself. Trying to listen to our bodies and give it what it needs to find its own balance, right? Not force it into something it doesn't need to be. And then again, reverse. Shoulder rolls back. Just listening to what it needs in order to get back to balance. And forward. So if you're on a pillow or a cushion, remove that, take it to the side. Come onto your back. Into Shavasana. We're just going to take a few breaths in Shavasana to release any tension in the back and let the muscles go. So feet a little bit more and then hip distance apart. Let the feet roll open, palms up. We're going to open up the hips and the arms and the neck real quick by taking the toes towards each other, like you're going pigeon-toed, as much as you can, and then release, open up, toes out to the side. 2 more times. Toes towards each other like you're trying to touch the floor, and if you can, great, in between. And then open up to the side. And towards each other, and now hold it here, just breathe. If you have a tight hip flexor or psoas like I do, you might feel it a little more in this posture. And then release back open. Now, as if you're holding a doorknob, turn the doorknob closed, so the palms will go open, or closed, and then open, palms to the ceiling. Again, close the door, open the door. Last one, close the door, open the door, palms up, release. Roll the head to your left, nice and easy. Relax the muscles of the jaw, and roll the head to your right. Again, roll it to your left, and to your right. And again, left and right. Now, I like to close my eyes a lot during my postures. Helps draw the attention internally and focus on my experience, my body, and listen to myself, my breath, my body a little deeper, a little more attentively, I guess. So just release here, breathe here. You're more than welcome to keep the eyes open. Try and release any tension into the floor. Let all tension melt down. Let go. Anything that's unnecessary, let it go. You don't need it. Take a nice deep breath and start to move your fingers, wrists, toes, ankles. Take a nice stretch lengthwise, arms over the head. Heels reach away and hands by the side, palms facing down. So we're going to do opposite arm and leg. This is a great posture for strengthening and balancing the back, aligning, realigning the back. So you're going to take the left palm to the floor, right palm facing the body, left toe pointing. The left leg and the right arm, opposite arm and leg, are going to move as a unit. Same plane, same pace. So as high as the leg goes, that's as far as the arm goes. Try and keep the shoulders attached to the floor or reaching towards the floor. Slow and controlled movement, minimal effort. So back to center, and left toe, right arm slowly raise up. And then you're going to find your threshold where you feel like, oh, I can't go anymore. Or if you go a little farther, it hurts. If it hurts, back off, that's your threshold. To the back off, where you back off, that's your threshold. So hold it wherever that is. If it's there, pause there. If you can go all the way to a 90 degree, go right ahead. And we're going to pause here and take a few breaths, breathing into the low back, 3 big breaths. And then slowly come down. Same plane, same pace. Arm and leg hit the floor at the same time, hopefully. And release other side. Left palm faces the body. Right toe points. Slowly lift up. Same plane, same pace. Left shoulder to the floor. Go to wherever you can, wherever your threshold is. Take a deep breath. 3 breaths into the low back. And slowly come down. Same plane, same pace. Slow and controlled movement, minimal effort. Not only does that tonify the nervous system and help strengthen the muscles, but it also helps your awareness to become aware of all the tiny little minutiae of feeling and adjustments that are within the body. Again, left foot, right arm. And it also helps you draw attention to your surroundings. Slowing down, becoming more mindful with the movement. 3 big breaths helps promote awareness internally and externally. And lower down, same plane, same pace. Other side, left palm faces the body, right toe up. Same plane, same pace, left shoulder to the floor. Find your threshold, 3 big breaths. slowly lower back down. And release. Just take a few breaths here. Let's take the knees into the chest and just rock back and forth. And we're going to rock up to a seated position. So rocking forward and back a couple times. And all the way up to a seated position. I'm going to face you for a moment. Let's take the left shin in front with a cross-legged pose. Inhale, lift your arms up nice and high. Feel the rib cage up as high as you can get it. Big breath in. And take the right hand to the outside of your left knee and the left hand behind your back. Little to no pressure on that left hand. Lift up nice and tall, collarbones wide. Look back, exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, look back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Slowly unravel. Inhale, switch the legs. Arms up. Get nice and tall, big breath in. And switch. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind, little to no pressure on the back hand, collarbones wide. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. One more. And twist. Come back to center. We're going to work on the back through cobbler's pose. So feet together. Draw the feet in as close as you can to the body. Hands on the ankles, feet together. Elbows are going to come straight back. Keep them close to the body, shoulders down. So as you draw the elbows back, pulling on the ankles, draw the elbows back, lift the breastbone up, draw the knees down. So inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the knees down a little more, pull back a little more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the knees down, pull the hands back a little more. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, draw back. Hold here, breathe. Release the feet, take them a few feet or a few inches away from the body. The feet are a few inches away from the body, feet still together. Hands on the ankle still, elbows towards the knees. Gently gently just guide the knees down with your elbows, but draw the breastbone forward and the collarbones wide. Inhale and exhale. Nice flat back. Keep the collarbones wide and the breastbone coming forward. Keep that pressure on the knees, guiding the hips open. Opening up that low back, mid back. And release the legs. Now take the feet even further out in front of you. You're going to take your hands from the inside underneath the calves and then touching the feet. As you come forward here, we're going to draw the head to the feet, as close to the feet as you can. Broaden the collarbones as you do that. So you're going to open up the legs and open up that low back. Head to the feet. Breathe. Breathing into the low back, collarbones wide. Now to come out, slowly unravel, roll up nice and easy, really slow, and come up. Take the feet out in front of you, hands behind you, and we're just going to let the knees go back and forth, kind of release anything in the hips. Made it crept up a little. All right. So coming onto your belly, we're going to work cobra and locust pose to help the muscles, strengthen the muscles in the back. So coming onto your belly, we're going to start with baby cobra. And the way we're going to do this is toenails to the floor. Try and get all the toenails to the floor. The most thing you want to really focus on is releasing any tension in the buttocks. Try not to create tension here. You don't need it. This area is not involved in none of the muscles in this area help do the posture. So you only want to use what's necessary for the posture. So release what you don't need. Only use what you need. Be more efficient with the movement. Hands underneath the shoulders, elbows in. Forehead grazes the floor, elbows in towards each other. Forehead grazes the floor, then the nose, then the chin. Slowly come up, reaching out through the crown of the head. Relax the bottom. Lift the hands up. Hold yourself up with only the muscles of the spine. Release the bottom. Reach out with the crown of the head to come down. Chest, nose, forehead. Draw the chin back towards the chest to stretch the back of the neck. Elbows towards each other. Now King Cobra. Forehead, nose, chin. Slowly lifting up. Stop at Baby Cobra. Tiny little pause. Keep reaching. Hands come right under the shoulders. Elbows stay in. Belly button stays on the floor. Lift the chest up. Look up and release back down. Relax the bottom. Chin, nose, forehead. And finally, forehead, nose, chin. Come through Baby Cobra till you can't lift anymore without putting your hands down. Then King Cobra. Elbows in, belly button on the floor. Look to your left foot. Press into the pointer finger knuckle. Back to center. Look to your right foot. Again, pointer finger knuckle presses in. Elbows in, lift up, slowly come down. Chin, nose, forehead, chin to the back of the neck. And now let's take it. Heels in, toes out, hands on top of each other. Relax the shoulders, forehead to the hands. Just breathe. Next, we're going to move on to locust pose or shalabhasana. So after underneath the hip points and before the thigh, there's like a little pocket, a little space there. Take your hands into fists and place it right into that pocket. Chin to the floor, relax the shoulders. So what we're going to do is on an inhale, we're going to lift the legs up together as high as you can. Hold for a 10 count if that's possible or however long you can. Hold the breath and the pose. And then exhale as you lower. We'll do it twice. Chin to the chest, chin to the floor. Alrighty, inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, big inhale, legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, lower. Cheek to the floor, heels in, toes out. Relax down. And we're going to repeat that posture. Chin to the floor, hands and fists underneath your little hip points in that little pocket. Feet together. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, big breath in and lift. Hold the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower, exhale. Heels in, toes out. Opposite cheek to the floor. Release. Breathe. And now coming back, elbows right underneath the shoulders for Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders, palms onto the floor. Walk your feet like an inch away from you. Then taking the hands into the ground, pull yourself through. So you're drawing your shoulder blades towards each other on the back. The breastbone is lifting and coming up. Look up, breathe. Really squeeze those shoulders towards each other on the back. Breastbone is really reaching forward. Tailbone is long. Toenails to the floor. And come out, just slowly come down, and let's press back into a child's pose. So this child's pose, we're going to do knees together, feet together, and you're going to sit back, take your hands to the small of the back, let the head come down, and let the elbows just fall to the sides. Breathe. Breathe into the low back. Let the shoulders release. And slowly come up. Coming on to the back. We're going to do plow pose. So the way in which we're going to do this pose is, again, slow with minimal effort. Slow and controlled movement with minimal effort. That's what I was trying to say. So feet together, palms underneath the tailbone, palms facing the floor, hands underneath the tailbone. We're going to go slow and pause on our way up. A few inches off the ground, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. And each time we pause, we're going to release anything we don't need. Let go of any unnecessary tension. Slow and controlled movement, minimal effort. This is to help tonify the nervous system and the muscles. So inhaling and pause, release. Let go of anything you don't need. Slow, slow, slow to about a 30-degree angle. And release anything you don't need. Pull that lower rib cage back towards the floor. Slow, slow, slow. Come up, 60 degree. Elongating through the feet and the crown of the head on these pauses. And up to a 90 degree. Take a few breaths here to prepare yourself for plow, which is an inversion. So you can just give yourself a moment. Also, going this slow promotes awareness internally and externally. What's going on with you and the tiny little minutiae of each muscle, each tendon, each vertebrae, everything. And then also helps keep mindful of the space around you. So we're going to lift the hips up and hold the bottom with the hands, and then organize the shoulders underneath you, and then feet straight over, and I'll show you the different variations and modifications. So lifting up the hips, support the back with the hands, walk your elbows towards each other to create more space in the shoulders. So if this is as far as you can go, that is fine. Just stay here. If you've got a wall or a chair or something to put your feet on, that's even better. If you need to take the knees to the ears to open up the low back, you can do that. Breathe into that, and then try and extend out again. If you can come all the way to the floor, start with the toes to the floor, and the heels reaching back to the wall behind you. If that feels okay, take the toenails to the floor for the final position. Interlace the hands to the crown of the head, backs of the knees to the ceiling, and let the feet just naturally slide down through your breath, opening up into more of the cervical spine. Take a few breaths here. And then slowly come out, drawing the legs in towards the body and coming down vertebrae by vertebrae until you come to that 90-degree angle. Take a few breaths here, and we're going to come down the way we came up. Slow and controlled movement, minimal effort, taking our pauses and releasing unnecessary tension. Become more aware of these little pauses. So sometimes life can feel like you're taking little pauses, it feels like things aren't moving. You feel a little stuck. That's a great place to stop and reevaluate what is necessary and what is not, and release anything that's unnecessary. And by operating that way, you can become more efficient and do a lot more by doing less. All the way to the floor, release. If you need a little Back stretch after that. If your back felt a little tight, feet on the floor, arms out to the side. Keep the feet where they are. We're just going to move the knees back and forth and give the low back and bottom a little bit of a massage. So just let them go. Windshield wipering either side. Keep the feet in the same place, but just rolling to the inside and outside of the foot. This actually feels pretty good. Just going back and forth. All right, so we're going to do a complementary posture for the plow pose called the fish pose or Matsyasana. So take your hands under your tailbone, palms facing the floor again, legs together, toes pointed, elbows bent into the floor to lift your chest up. Then take the crown of the head to the floor and then just press the elbows into the floor just slightly so that the breastbone and the collarbone lift a little more. Take a few breaths here, toes pointed. Keep lifting the breastbone. Lifting the head up to come out. Look at the toes and roll back down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bend the knees and lower the spine. Take a few breaths in Shavasana so let the body kind of absorb the effects of that posture. And now, feet on the floor, we're going to work on the upper spine a little bit. Arms crossed, so take the right arm on top of the left. We'll start there. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. It'll give a nice massage to that upper spine. Inhale again. Exhale, curl up. Exhale at the top, inhale. Exhale, roll down. Switch the arms so that the left arm is now on top. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Inhale. Exhale, roll vertebrae by vertebrae down. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. And release. Arms out like a T, legs straight out on the ground. We're going to go through the spine with a twist. Right leg up to a 90-degree angle and then over to your left. Keep the right shoulder down as much as you can. Look to your right, take a few breaths. We're looking on the lumbar spine here. Breathe into the low back, low spine, lumbar region. And then draw the foot back up to center and slowly back down. Opposite leg, left arm, or left leg up, not arm, up to 90 degrees, and then, or as close as you can get, and then all the way over. Opposite shoulder down, look to your left. Breathe into the low back. And then slowly come back to that 90-degree angle and slowly take the foot down to the floor. Knees bent, feet on the floor. You're going to come over knees to your left, but stack that right knee on top of the left and grab with your left hand that right knee just to make sure it's right on top of the left. Take the right shoulder down. If you need more of a stretch, you can draw those knees up into your left armpit a little more. Breathe into the mid-back. So now we're working on the thoracic spine. And slowly come back to center and take the knees all the way to the other side. Taking your right hand, drawing that left knee right on top of the right, and draw that left shoulder down, looking to your left. Breathe into the middle back. Slowly come back to center. Straighten out the legs. Final posture. So take start with the right heel in between the left big toe and the second toe. If you want to lift and move over your hips a little bit, you're going to take your feet so that their right foot is all the way under the floor. Then try and draw that right shoulder down as much as you can. Right toe is on the left side on the floor. Right shoulder down, look at your right. This is the cervical spine we're working on now, so breathe into the upper back and shoulders. Slowly come back to center, and we'll switch sides. So now left heel in between the right big toe and second toe. Lift and move the hips if you need to. Left foot all the way over to the right side, look to your left. And then slowly come back to center and come over to your side. So in the final position here, final posture, we're going to just rest in Shavasana for a few breaths. So if your low back bothers you, put a pillow or bolster or a couple of pillows under your knees. If your upper back needs to open up, your upper spine bothers you or mid-spine, grab a pillow or a bolster and place it either along the spine lengthwise or right underneath the upper chest. If both bother you, use both. So I'll demonstrate both for you. So if you're coming back onto a pillow, you want to make it so the pillow, your head comes right off the pillow. If that's too much, you can have an extra pillow there to support the head. Otherwise, this is great for releasing the spine. Palms up, release, breathe. Inhaling, exhaling, and releasing any unnecessary tension, which the majority of it is. Just let go. Create space with each breath within your body and release tension with each exhale into the floor. Stay here as long as you like, anywhere from a minute up to 10 minutes. 10 minutes is optimal. But for now, we're going to move the fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles and take a stretch. Or you can stay here if you like. Come over onto your side if you're coming up with me. And if you're not, when you're ready, press up to a seated position. And check in with yourself again. How do you feel? How does your back feel? How does your body feel? How's your mind? How's your breath? Just observing it. And thanking yourself. And I thank you for joining me in